What is up, YouTube family? In this video, we're gonna be going over the 9 things that people learn too late in life. So if you're a teenager, you're in your early 20s, your early 30s, or if you're just young at heart, I promise you, you are gonna wanna watch this whole video so you can save yourself from the mistakes that most people make and regret for the rest of their lives. Stay tuned. We're gonna start with number 9, which is fear of criticism, right? This is one of the biggest killers to creating the life that you want. If you're always scared what other people are gonna say about you and what other people are gonna think about you, because at the end of the day, you are inevitably going to have people who are criticizing what you're doing. And the more successful you get, the more haters you get, and that's just how it is. So like, you have to decide for yourself, who do you wanna be? Do you wanna live and become your friend or your parents or somebody else? Or do you wanna live your own life and create your own life? So number 9 is don't be afraid of criticism. Do the things that you want to do and live the life that you want. Number 8 is that happiness is your choice, right? A lot of people think that happiness is something that some people have and some people don't, but the truth is happiness is a choice. But the problem with happiness, right, is it's not an easy choice. It takes daily work to be happy, because to a lot of people, and to me included, right, happiness comes from progress. So if you're making progress towards your goals, maybe you want to get in better shape, maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you want to start making money online, maybe you want to leave your job, whatever it is, if you're making progress towards those goals, then you're going to be happy. Happiness is progress, right? And so a lot of people don't learn this until too late in life, and they think that they just got the short end of the stick and that they're just doomed to be unhappy. But that's not the truth. You can choose your happiness, and you have to take consistent daily action towards that happiness to actually make that happiness become real in your life. Number 7 is to always be your own person. People learn this so late in life, right, that you have to just always conform to society. Society is going to try to make you one way. Your parents are going to try to make you one way, your friends, right? Everybody around you, your people you work with in business are gonna try to get you to do things, but you have to always think for yourself, right? Be your own person, question things. Because one thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur is that all people all around the world, whether it's other businesses, people you work with, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your parents, it doesn't matter, right? Everybody has their own opinion about what you should be. You know, maybe your girlfriend or boyfriend tries to change you and you're kind of denying it to yourself. Be your own person is some of the best advice that I could ever possibly give you. You want to question things, right? If something isn't going your way or people trying to make you into someone you're not, right? Don't allow that. Be your own person, because the sooner that you're your own person and the sooner that you're happy with that person, the sooner that you're going to live an overall more fulfilling and happier life. Number 6 is that life is not fair. This is one tough one for me because I'm a very fair person. Like when we're playing video games, like we'll share it for the same amount of time. If I'm playing sports, right, everybody gets their own amount of time to play. You know, and I'm a very kind of justice-oriented person. I think everything should be fair, but it was really hard for me when I came in as an entrepreneur when I realized that life is not fair, right? People have unfair advantages, and a lot of times when people have unfair advantages, they're accumulating those through networking, right? When people are getting government contracts, for example, it's not an actual lottery, right? Somebody just knows the person in charge in the city council or the student government or whatever it is, right? And I'm not saying anybody's necessarily corrupt, but those things happen every single day where, you know, certain companies win bids or contracts because of the people that they know. The point of the story is that life is unfair, and if you try to make life fair, which it's not, then you're gonna always feel like the victim in your life. You're always gonna feel like everybody's against you and that things aren't fair and, you know, nothing ever goes your way, instead of actually working harder to create those unfair advantages and to create those, you know, networking opportunities and to create, you know, the companies and all the things that then down the line, once you have those unfair advantages, that other people are going to say that's not fair that you have all those advantages, right? Normally when people have advantages, it's because they worked harder for them, or they worked smarter, or they networked, or, you know, they had some type of additional work and input to get those unfair advantages. So being the victim and thinking that life's unfair does no good for your life. You just have to figure out why it happened, right? If you lost that contract, if something didn't go your way, have a self-reflective moment and think, why did it happen? How can I improve it next time? Don't be the victim thinking that that life's fair when it's really not, right? So always understand that life is not fair, but you have to turn that into your own advantage rather than just being a victim. Number 5 is that everything is temporary and comes to an end, right? And this one isn't meant to be sad, it's just meant to wake you up. And this is the truth, right? Everything comes to an end. I used to have a lot of friends in high school, a lot of friends in college, and I barely see or talk to any of them anymore. I have new friends now, I have new entrepreneur, circles of friends, and that's just the way life is. Like, I'm not mad at anyone and anyone's not mad at me. People just move on with their lives, they get married, they move to different places, and it's hard to stay in contact with people. And so be aware of the fact that things change and that everything's temporary and all good things come to an end, and just, enjoy it in the moment. Enjoy your relationships you have with people in high school. Enjoy your relationships you have with people in college, right? Don't take them for granted. Love the people around you and actually enjoy their presence and be happy that you have that time with them now, because I promise you, everything is temporary and all good things come to an end. So take advantage of it now and enjoy it in the present moment. And number 4 is related, right? And this is an incredibly important one. This is probably the most important thing I could possibly tell you, that you only have right now, right? Whatever you're doing this second, you'll never get that second back. And most of us only live to be around 90 years old. And depending on what your age is, you might be, a 4th or a 3rd or a 5th through your entire life. So you want to make sure that you capitalize on all of the time that you do have, and make sure that you realize that, being alive, being healthy is a gift. And you want to take advantage of that and live life to your truest potential, because you're never going to get the time back that you are experiencing right now. Like, every second that passes, you never get back. So you want to make sure that you're maximizing it. Because at the end of the day, guys, time is the one universal constant. And what I mean by that is that billionaires and homeless people both have the exact same amount of time in the day, but one of them is taking advantage of it and the other one is not, right? So make sure that you take advantage of all of the time that you have doing things that make you happy, right? It doesn't have to be trying to become a billionaire. It means doing things that make you happy. Maybe it's going to the beach. Maybe it's playing with your dog or spending time with your boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Whatever makes you happy, do more of it and enjoy all of the time that you do have, because eventually, right, we're all gonna run out of time, and that's just the truth of the matter. Number 3 is that the world is selfish, right? And these are not all gonna be super happy ones with, great morals that are gonna make you feel good. It's just the way that the world is, right? People are selfish. The world as a whole is selfish. People who are genuinely generous are very rare. Most of the people that you meet in your life are only going to care about themselves, and that's just the way that it is. But you want to be aware of that, right? When people are kind of interacting with you, and if you're trying to make sales, you realize that, it's not about your product that you're selling, it's about what that person wants, because most people in the world are completely selfish and they're only worried about their own lives. They're only worried about their own problems, right? And so you want to be cognizant of that, and you want to be aware of the fact that the whole world as a whole, right, for the most part is selfish. And I know that I'm going to get a bunch of comments saying, Kevin, that sounds cynical. Some people are good in the world, and I agree with that. Some people are, but as a whole, right, the majority of people that you're going to meet in your life are mainly concerned with themselves and overall selfish. So be aware of that, right? That the world is not all butterflies and sunshine, that eventually, you kind of are gonna have to be exposed to the real world and kind of understand how the real world really is. All right, guys, number 2 is that things just don't matter that much, right? When we're growing up, we think that everything's gonna be the end of the world. Like, if we start and create our first YouTube channel, right, everyone's gonna see it and it's gonna like completely ruin your life, and you're gonna get one negative comment and then everything is gonna, just blow up and the entire earth's gonna explode, right? But that's just not the way things are. The truth of the matter is, if you fall and you embarrass yourself, people might look at you and laugh for a second, but then they go on with their lives and nobody cares, right? That's the truth of the matter. Things just honestly don't matter that much, which means you should never be scared to take risks and do the things that you want to do because of what other people think. That's just not the way you should live your life. And the sooner that you start, habituating and creating that daily habit of not caring what people think and understanding the fact that things really just don't matter that much, then you're gonna be so much better off and so much happier. Because one of the things I learned is when I was an entrepreneur, right, when I was first starting off, I thought everything was gonna be so amazing when I first became a millionaire, right? And then there was gonna be angels that came down from the sky, and there's gonna be playing violins, and everything's gonna be amazing, and everyone's gonna treat me differently. But at the end of the day, right, it didn't matter. And then when I wanted to become a multi-millionaire, I thought that everything was gonna change and people were gonna treat me differently, but that didn't matter. And all of these different goals, like getting my dream car, buying my dream house, nobody really cares. Nothing changes in your life. So you have to find happiness through achieving your own goals. Nobody cares about what you're doing. This goes back to the one that the world is selfish. People care about themselves. else, right? So if you're doing all of these things to try to impress other people, you're not gonna be happy yourself. So you have to do things in your own life for yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, people just don't care that much about you. So people who are living in fear about what other people think are going to live significantly worse lives than everyone else. I promise you that. And number one, most important, guys, is don't sacrifice your health for anything. Not for success, not for money, for nothing, right? Because what I've learned, meeting a lot of wealthy people and having accumulated some wealth myself, is that at the end of the day, nothing matters if you don't have your health. Like, I hurt my neck really badly at the gym and everything just stopped, right? I couldn't even get up, I couldn't stand up, like I couldn't go to the gym, I couldn't work out, I couldn't work, I felt depressed, right? Everything changes if you don't have your health. Nothing else matters. No amount of money in the world matters if you don't have your health, right? And at the end of the day, we all die with nothing. We can't take all of our money with us. So never ever sacrifice your health to try to make more money. Don't try to skimp on eating unhealthy food, right? Eat healthy food. Find a way to do it. Find a way to live healthy. Find a way to exercise. Find a way to take care of your body, and never, ever, ever sacrifice your health for success. So before we go, I do want to give a big shout out to our daily comment winner. And if you want to be our next winner and get a shout out on the channel, all you have to do is leave a comment down below letting me know if there's anything that you regret in your own life. Tell me about your number one regret. I think it's really, a good thing sharing that, so you can kind of get it out there, and then you can actually take real steps to make a change, right? Because it's never too late to do the things you want to do. It's never too late to do your bucket list. It's never too late to travel. It's never too late to do the things you've always wanted to do, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, tap that little like button right there, hit that red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you can be up to date whenever we drop brand new, make money online videos, or we drop videos on how to find fulfillment, how to be a happier and healthier person, and just live the best life you possibly can. So until next time, ninjas, happy hustling.